Good morning, Ian Quick, Millionaire by 50. Today is Monday, July 27th. Before I get started, I want to address a comment my wife made. She looked at some of my videos and she said, "You're very quiet, especially when you're filming in the house because today's raining." Um, it's because it's 6 a.m. and everybody else is still asleep, so I'm keeping a very low voice. I'm actually much more enthusiastic about what I'm talking about, but I'm keeping it down because I actually have a very big voice um, that carries. And if I'm not careful, I will wake the whole household. That being said, first, I promised you a follow up on yesterday's event. I spoke about it on Saturday. It went well. Um, I was afraid there was going to be thunder showers, but the system was delayed and it rained overnight, and that's why it's raining now and why I'm indoors. Uh, it was very, very hot and muggy, but there was cloud cover, so we didn't roast. And attendance was good. I've seen busier markets, but this was restricted access because of the COVID-19. They limited the number of people allowed so that we could keep social distancing, all sorts of protocols to follow. But it was good. Um, Made a little profit, uh, but mainly wound up networking, which is today's topic. If you noticed on the title bar, I wrote, "Your network is your net worth." This is an expression I heard years ago. And I've always heard it being used one of two ways. So I'm going to explain both meanings. And I think it's good to strive for both. My dog growling. Stay. I think it's important to strive for both. Let's talk about the first time I heard it. Your network is your net worth. Your network, of course, being the people you are in contact with. The idea was that you should hang out with people who have more wealth than you, people who have more success than you, because you will learn from them and you will get pulled into their ring, and essentially, by association, you will eventually attain their level. So I was told to always strive to hang out with people who are successful in your field, people who have done it, and it's good advice. Now that doesn't mean neglect the little people too, because the people who have less success than you also need to be brought up to wherever you are now. So don't be afraid to pass on your experience and knowledge to those who seek to learn from you, just as you hope the people who have achieved greater success will trickle down and teach you things. So that's the first sense. That's not what happened with me yesterday. For yesterday, it was the second sense. Your network is your net worth. You want a large net worth? Get a large network. The more people you associate with professionally, uh, the more your odds of drumming business increase. So any event that allows you to go out there and spread the word about what you do. This is obviously more for business owners than, say, um, investors who play a more passive game. Uh, but nonetheless, yesterday I paid $30 to attend this event. I made my money back and then some. That wasn't an issue. But I also spent hours letting people know that we are open again. Uh, we are in phase three of the recovery program here in Ontario, and certain restrictions have been lifted, and we are allowed to perform shows again, obviously under certain safety guidelines. But nonetheless, and a lot of people aren't sure about that. And a lot of people missed out on their party services while full lockdown was in effect. Late March, April, May, it's all gone. And a lot of people are wanting to have events again, have parties, have this, have that. Obviously, socially distant parties and so forth. Responsibility is still there. but we can do that now, and a lot of people don't know we can do that. So for me, being out there was a way to um, effectively promote our opening without great cost. So that's a win-win. Normally, I don't attend those kinds of events because they occur on weekends where we're actually very busy with shows. So it would make sense. And of course, we promote at the shows anyways. But in this case, things are still very, very quiet. So it made all the sense in the world to do it. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, yeah, really? Oh, you're doing this? Oh, that sounds great. Oh, your birthday's coming up next month, and so forth. And so by networking with people, I've increased my potential clients and therefore increased my future wealth. It's simple, really. My wife is excellent at networking. She goes to all sorts of events to commingle with other professionals because her services focus on helping them increase their brand, increase their social media awareness predominantly. Um, and she goes to these things and she's always full of great business advice for these people. So they chat with her a bit and they get a little sample and they're like, oh, I need to talk to her more. And that's how she drums up her business. And every time she does, she increases her network. But not only that, she's very gifted for remembering people's names and faces and events in their lives, and she follows up with them and keeps them in her network, and therefore gets referrals from them afterwards. And it just increases again and again and again. Networking is so important for any business owner who wants to increase their wealth. If you refuse to do it, if you can't do it, hire somebody who will do it for you. Uh, but really, you should do it yourself because nobody will speak more passionately about your business than you will. Nobody can answer all the questions better than you can because it's your business. I could have sent someone there yesterday instead in my place because I didn't really feel like it, or if I had a gig and so forth. And it would have worked to a certain extent, but it wouldn't have been quite the same. Um, this way, people got to meet me, the business owner, and hear firsthand what we do and how we deal with things. And it was quite successful. So, with gratitude, I am grateful I went to this event yesterday. I'm grateful my wife suggested it to me. Uh, I'm grateful I got over that hesitation factor and decided to not reject the idea, really explore it. And once I did, I accepted it and embraced it. And it paid off. I'm grateful my family came to visit while I was doing it. My daughter doesn't often get to see me in action, so it's always fun. Anyways, that is it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.